All right, here has been the pointed focus of this trip. Arriving Wednesday night, Nebraska now faces number 17 USC in a jam-packed Galen Center, 10,300 fans. I see some available chairs way up high, but with traffic in Los Angeles, it's often a late arriving crowd. Just ask the LA Dodgers about that. USC left to right in the blacktops, sleeveless as now is customary for volleyball fashion in 2025. Nebraska still goes with the throwback short sleeves. And we're in the road reds. Olivia Malk will start with the white jersey here this afternoon. What do you think, Lauren, is behind this decision to start Olivia for the first time in about a month?
I think it all comes down to passing, and that's been the question mark all season is, can they get by? Lainey's probably a better defender, but not as good of a passer. Olivia's a better passer, close in defensive skills, but Lainey maybe picks up a few more digs than Olivia does. So it's, what's more important, passing or defense? And in my opinion, it's passing. And I think Nebraska's realized that, they have to continue to pass really well if they want to continue to play at this high of a level.
Trea Sigler to start things off. That means Harper gets 3 rotations to start here in the front row. Left side swing, London Weedshay. Great up by Olivia. Right side, Nebraska. Virginia Adriano off the block and out. It's 1-0. Big Red. Good start.
Bergen had a really tough time setting Virginia on the right against UCLA, but she gets her right on the money here today and puts her right on all the way out to the pin, not too tight to the net, not too far coming off the net, and Virginia's able to smash that ball down the line.
She's 6'5", went against 5'11" London Weedshay for that kill. Meanwhile, service error, Trea Sigler just long. We're tied at 1. Trea had a service error on Friday night.
Trea also has a knee brace around her knee, so we'll keep an eye on that. I know she had a collision or was slow to get up in the UCLA match on a play, but I didn't think it was her knee, JB.
Yeah,
I thought it was her shoulder.
Yeah, it was late in that match. She was smarting a little bit and had to take some time. There's a serve pass by Trea, a little high, one-handed set by Bergen. Attack Becka. Here come the Trojans. Right attack Abigail Mullen, cross court. No touch, out of bounds. Too sharp an angle right to left. Attack error for Abigail Mullen. 2-1 Nebraska. She's 6'3", number 3 recruit in the country. Kansas City, first Missouri native to ever wear the burgundy and gold. They're wearing black today, though. Good pass outside. Shot by USC. London Weedshay. It's a big arm off of Andy Jackson and outlet side at 2.
That was a really good pass for USC. They're in system. That means that our serving needs to get better. I know it's early, but we have to stress their passers with our serve.
Riley McGinnis starts in the middle for USC. Serve goes to T. Sealer. Not a great pass. Right side, Virginia Adriano. Cross court, great up by Mullen. Hits the scoreboard up above. Caroms towards Nebraska's side, over the net. Can't do that. If it stays on your side, it's playable. But if it goes over, that's out. So a kill for Virginia Adriano. She's got 2 already, and it's 3-2 Big Red.
I think part of the game plan for Nebraska is going to the red zone early, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
Virginia's going to serve. She dribbles, and as she's starting to gallop towards the end line, swats it across, and now here's a setter dump by Reese Messer. She is aggressive for the season. Reese Messer, almost 1 kill per set, 3-3.
She's very aggressive, and she also times it perfectly. She knows when to throw in that setter attack. Virginia Adriano, she's late running up. She's serving, so she's running up to get in her base position to play defense, and it catches her off guard.
Olivia's first pass, not so good. Outside set, Harper. Block back, good cover by Olivia. Back set, Nebraska to the side. Andy Jackson. Timing was off. Block back, cover by Laney. Outside Nebraska, Harper roll shot, no. Now the black and burgundy outside. Big swing, Fowina. Net violation, Bergen-Riley. So USC holds serve, takes their first lead, 4-3 Trojans. Set 1.
In the beginning of that rally, Bergen set a slide to Andy, and it was coming too far off the net. Bergen has to keep our middles perfect on the net so they can go up and terminate for us.
Perfect pass by Olivia. The slide. Tip shot to the deep corner by Andy Jackson. You see T. Sigler right in Olivia's ear. Good pass. 4-4.
It was a great pass, but the set still coming too far off the net. That's why Andy Jackson had to go up and tip on that, because that set's behind her head. So Bergen needs to find a way to lead her.
Served by Harper. Falwina, okay pass, back row. London Wejo, good up by Harper. Nebraska, Harper, back row, off the block, carry him out of bounds. Harper bringing it early. It's 5-4 Nebraska.
I think Harper's on a mission. Ever since that fourth set against UCLA, she's been playing. She played at a really high level, and we need her out of the back row.
Big swings against UCLA. Service ace, Harper Murray. The dig traveled backward off of the freshman libero, Taylor Decker, but no one wanted to play it. That serve brought you by soy-based biodiesel. Good for the environment, the economy, and your car. Check it out next time you fill up. Overpass by USC. Nebraska got a back row again. Harper Murray, dug by London Weejay. 6'4", Big Red, left side tip shot. Falwina, blocked by Bergen Riley. Nebraska's got its first block and a 7-4 advantage.
Bergen was really patient on the block. She also stayed a little inside. It was an inside set, so she moves the block inside. Middles are able to close, and they're putting up a wall.
Served by Harper again. Decent pass by libero Decker. Left side swing out of bounds. Did anybody touch it? No! Bergen didn't lay a finger on it. 8-4 Nebraska. Falwina back-to-back attack errors. Remember, she's hitting under 200 offensively. She's one of the weaker links. Serve floater by Harper. Perfect pass. Deckert the libero. Quick attack. Riley McGinnis. Down 8-5 Huskers.
When you send over an easy serve and USC's in system, they're going to run those middles. So they run the middle. They're one-on-one. We're only able to get one blocker up because it's happening so fast. And then our defense has a tough time setting up and picking that up.
Serve Delaney, perfect pass, center dump. Bergen Riley twinkles the twine and crawls over and drops on the Trojan shoe tops. It's 9-5 Nebraska.
That's a lucky play right there. It went off the top of the tape, and it was the right time to do it. They're not respecting Bergen when she's in the front row. She just needs to get it a little higher over the tape.
Jump float serve from Andy Jackson. Good pass, right side. Abigail Mullen, great up by Lanny. Bergen feeds left. That's Taylor Lanford's first swing. Beauty! Cross court just over. That's a sharp angle. Wow. 4-4, 10-5, Nebraska.
What a shot by Taylor Lanford. So that sets way past the pin. That's her only option is that wrist away shot. And she takes some heat off of it to get it to land in. And that's what we call a beach shot. I mean, that's why you play beach volleyball is so you can hit shots like that.
Huge smile on Taylor's face. They come over here to the huddle. Timeout USC. 10-5 Big Red in the first. This is Big Red Volleyball. Andy Jackson serves middle, attack block back covered. Here comes USC. Whistle, a carry on that second contact as Reese Nessler went up on one hand and held it on her hand a long time. They don't normally call that anymore. 11-5 Nebraska in the first.
Well, in the UCLA match, they let everything go. Carries, whole lifts. I mean, they didn't call a thing.
You can bring a basket out there, hang on to the volleyball. Nothing. Back row swing, London Weejay. Back row attack off the dig attempt from Andy Jackson and out. She's wearing a big smile. Those middles want to dig, just like the littles. It's 11-6.
They try really hard, but it's, when you're a big, tall middle, it's tough to get down low and pick up those digs.
Husker players laughing a little bit as Andy made a gallant effort, unsuccessful. Bad pass and a free ball over. Here comes USC down 5. Outside set. Big swing by Falwina. Nice up by Laney. Outside Nebraska. Roll shot. Taylor Lanford. Not this time. Set was a little low. Here come the black and burgundy back row swing. Weejay. Nice up by Harper. Travels across the net. And now a center up by Messer. Timing take Olivia. Husker volleyball fed to Taylor. Needs it. Inside the double block. Boom. Woo. That's volleyball. Defense followed by transition offense. 12-6.
So in this rotation, because Lainey Choboy is out there, they move Olivia Mauk to play right back defense. So she actually picked up that setter attack. She's playing right back defense. You have Lainey Choboy playing left back defense. And it's just, I think that's the best way to do this.
Freshman libero, bad pass. Taylor Deckert, free ball over. Here come the Huskers. Set left. Taylor again tight. Down the line. In. She was falling into the antenna. Somehow kept it inside the antenna and inbounds. 13-6 Nebraska.
What impresses me the most about Taylor Lanford is she does not always get great sets. She gets out of system balls. They're tight to the net. They're past the antenna. They're all over the place. And she still finds ways to get kills.
Deckert this time a good pass. Back set. Roll shot. Falwina diving. Take Olivia. Huskers back set. Right attack. And Adriano diving. Cover. Beauty by Harper. Redirect over by Rebecca. Here comes USC. Right side. Tip shot. Falwina out. Touched by the block. Point USC. Great cover. Totally horizontal. Harper Murray. 13-7.
I'll tell you what, JB, I think there's more Husker fans in here than USC fans, because when Nebraska makes a great play, the crowd erupts and goes wild, and then USC ends up winning the rally, and you don't hear much noise.
Here comes the serve. Straight ahead, back middle. Pass made by Harper. Not so good outside. Taylor inside the double block. Easy up. But the first contact, Karam's off the net. Bumped set to the back row. Free ball over. Huskers long. Shoots at Rebecca Alec. You can't give the Huskers a free ball. 14-7 Big Red.
I like it's a simple play. Rebecca just transitions off the net, attacks right in the middle of the court, right off of Bergen Riley, but it's one-on-one. So USC is just putting one blocker up, or only able to get one blocker up on her. So she can just swing to her left or her right. She ends up going crossbody to her left. London
Weege passed and swings, and Karam's off of Taylor Landfair's left shoulder. Now, Taylor was trying to get out of the way because it was going to be long, but it hit her. 14-8.
Weeje's 3 kills, no errors on 6 swings, hitting 500. We need to find a way to either slow her, ideally stop her, but at least slow her down.
The libero serves, just a freshman. Now Nebraska tip in the middle. Rebecca Alec, beautiful pancake by Megan Verbeest. Now Nebraska, quick attack. That's Rebecca Alec, and she's piling up the kills. It's 15-8 Huskers.
I like the repeat rule in that rally, because the first set to Rebecca, it was high. The timing is off. All she could do was reach up and try and tip it over. So Bergen goes right back to her, gets her a much better set, and she hammers it down for a kill.
USC using 2 liberos. That was Megan Verbeest in the last play, and normally it's Taylor Deckert, the freshman. Verbeest is a senior. Meanwhile, Olivia serves out of bounds. Second service error by Nebraska. 15-9 Huskers, set number 1. It's been a frenetic pace. Here's Abigail Mullen. Line drive serve, well long. She's trouble on the service line. 40 aces this year. Easily to lead the Trojans. Nebraska's high watermark belongs to Harper Murray, 25 aces. So Mullen's got 40 aces and now 60 service errors. 16-9 Huskers. And here's Virginia Adriano. Okay pass. Attack in the middle by McGinnis. Big block by Andy Jackson. Huskers have 2 blocks. They're brought to you by Union Bank and Trust. With each block, Union Bank and Trust will make a donation to the Lincoln Food Bank. UBT. Your money has people. Timeout. USC, they're out of them. 17-9 Huskers in the first on the Huskers Radio Network. 17-9 Huskers, set 1. Rebecca Alec, Taylor Landfair, Virginia Adriano, the hot hands. Rebecca and Taylor, 3 kills, no errors. Virginia, 2 kills, no errors. Bergen Riley, a kill, no errors. Nebraska's hitting 500. Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Currency. Currency makes financing quick, easy, and secure for heavy machinery, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Currency and Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, brings you Husker Volleyball, supplying the equipment and services to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Serves by Virginia. That jump float right to Deckert. The freshman guides it to her setter, outside set. And there's a kill by London Weege. Is Olivia unable to dig that one? It's 17-10.
Olivia looked like she was right there. I'm not sure why she couldn't get underneath that, pick that up. But Nebraska's defense is trying to funnel those attacks to Olivia Mauch so she can play that first contact. So she has to be ready for that.
Serve Olivia, perfect pass. Okay pass outside, big swing by Harper. Karam's off the block out. Harper's not thinking about tipping. She's not at a restaurant. She is blasting. It's Nebraska now, 18-10.
There's a double block up in front of Harper, but she goes up, hits high hands, tools off the block, and out of bounds for a kill.
Serve by Harper to the back left. Pass made Deckert a beauty. Quick attack. Riley McGinnis. Nice up by Laney. Bump set to the left. Taylor can only free ball it over. Down 8 with the ball. USC. Left side tip shot. Falwina. Out of bounds. Great decision by Olivia, who let it bounce and simultaneously put her finger up indicating he was out of bounds. She can do a couple things at once. 19-10. Harper to the back row, but she's a weapon back there too. Line drives the serve. Pass by Weege. Back right, tip shot by Mullen, blocked back by Andy Jackson, covered. USC bumps it over to left. Falwina off the block and out of bounds. Point, Adanya Falwina out of Long Beach, and USC 19-11 Huskers.
They're relying heavily on Falwina when she's in the front row. She's matched up on Bergen Riley, so they're setting her, trying to let her go off of Bergen, over Bergen, tool Bergen. They like that matchup.
Serve to Laney, nice pass. Bergen behind her, tip shot by Andy Jackson, block back, covered beautifully by Bergen. Bumps that left. Taylor cross court off the ticket out. Might have been wide, but Riley McGinnis, the middle over there, was trying to dig it. 20-11.
What baffles me, JV, is Taylor Landfair is going to hit cross court, and it's going to be sharp cross court. And teams continue to just take away her line and give her cross court, and she just continues to hit it and get kills.
Outside set, Falwina down the line. Nice up by Andy Jackson. Fed left, Nebraska. Taylor off the block and out. She's got 5 kills and no errors. Hot start for Landfair, and the Huskers are up 21-11.
Taylor leads the team in kills and almost an attacking percentage as well. Virginia Adriano's at 667. Taylor's at 625, but Taylor has 5 kills. The next closest to her is Rebecca Alec at 3.
Here's the hometown woman, Manaya Obeche, checks in for Rebecca Alec. Back row swing, block back covered. Outside set USC, big swing off of the Manaya Obeche block. Doug, Huskers the slide. Manaya off the block and out. She's 1 for 1. They love it here in their hometown of Los Angeles. It's 22-11, Big Red.
The slide attack she's so effective on. She's so fast with her footwork. Bergen can fire it to her, and then she's really good at, even though she's a young player, she sees the block in front of her and uses it to her advantage, tools the block. Sort of
Weejay, a high pass, joust at the net, controlled by the Trojans, bumped over to the left. Falwina, block back, Manaya Obeche comes in 2 rallies. A kill and a block, and their body bumping in red. They love her. Boy, the bench exploded when she got that block. Manaya Obeche, Nebraska unable to pick up a setter dump of beauty. That's a Lauren Cook special there by Reese Messer flip behind her, and it's 23-12. How do you do that? What's that one's called?
It's not often you see setters do that anymore, but you just go up, it's all in your wrist. You're just turning your hand around, flicking your wrist down, and sending that ball with you.
Behind you. Pass by Laney, a good one in the slide. Manaya Obeche, block back covered again. Nebraska out to the left. Taylor Landfair gets blocked. That's her first attack error. Abigail Mullen got her, and it's 23-13, Big Red.
Huskers hitting at 517, Trojans 133.
Here's Reese Messer, great freshman setter to Laney. Perfect pass, set middle back. Harper blasted through a double block. She's feeling it. It's 24-13 Nebraska.
A back row attack was non-existent against UCLA. Bergen's relying on it early here in this match against USC. I'm sure they talked about it, yesterday and today, how important that back row attack is.
Served by Bergen, bad pass. Bump set to the right side. Falwina swings. Good up by Bergen. Huskers feed right. That's Virginia Adriano. Cross court. Dig travels sideways. That was a bullet. Great up by USC. Roll shot over. Here come the Huskers. Bumped over left. Taylor looking for her 6th kill. She got it. She got 6 kills in the air. And Nebraska takes the first set. 25-13. Lopsided affair thus far. As the Big Red, after 1 set, hitting 500. USC relegated to 125. That was your Hy-Vee set point. Brought to you by Hy-Vee. Proud sponsor of Nebraska Volleyball. Hy-Vee was a helpful smile in every aisle. Set 2 next. Big Red up 1 love on the Huskers Radio Network. All Huskers in that first set, 25-13, quadrupling USC's attack percentage, 500 to 125. That's more like it. This one's brought to you by Emeritus, a longtime sponsor of the Huskers. Emeritus now specifically invested in all 13 women's athletic programs. Husker Women's Athletics, powered by Emeritus. And get reliable propane, fuel, and lubricants from Central Valley Ag for home, farm, or business. Central Valley Ag. Lauren, impressive start for the Big Red, but it's still early.
As you would say, still a lot of wood to chop, and don't pour the afternoon or after lunch sherry yet.
It's a little early for that. A little early. Here comes the serve by Reese Messer, the center. Good pass by Olivia outside. Kaboom! Harper down the line. It's in. Wow. That's an All-American blast. It's 1-0 Nebraska. Just started set 2.
What's the saying? If you hit high line, you're a goddess. I mean, that's almost a kill every single time if you're able to hit high and down the line and keep it in.
Olivia Malk serves back right. That's a bad pass by Falmuina. Gets it back. Falmuina rolls shots at diving dig T. Sigler. Huskers long shoot set. Andy Jackson tips it. It was a little low. She couldn't fire away. 2-0 Nebraska.
The connection wasn't perfect, but she's a smart enough player. She knows, okay, the set's not there. There's a block in front of me. All I have to do is tip this for a kill.
Thus far, another Andy Jackson performance without an attack error. 2-0 Nebraska just started set 2. Bad pass by Falmuina. Bumps that left. Mullen sends that towards a one-on-one freeway. You don't need a green card or a challenge to see if that was in or out. USC's a little shaken up right now.
They have 7 attacking errors so far, and we've really only played a set.
And they've won 9 in a row. They only played like 90 minutes against Rutgers on Friday night. Back row swing, London Weeche. She's been their lone bright spot. 5 kills, no errors. Bergen unable to pick that one up, and it's 3-1 Nebraska. London Weeche, another Californian on this team. They're 11 on the roster out of 19. 4 are redshirting, and 3 freshmen start. And there's a serve right into the net from Gaula Trubent. And Gaula Trubent's one of these 11 Californians playing for the Trojans. She's out of San Diego. Service area gives Nebraska a 4-1 lead. Just began set 2 Virginia Adriano, and she kind of sends that floater. Trubent, the pass, back set, right side. Abigail Mullen twinkles the twine. Nice up by Bergen. Huskers bump it over left. Olivia over to Harper. That's out, and it was a block touch. Point Big Red, 5-1. Harper has been flawless. 5 kills, no errors.
If you're comparing Olivia and Laney, something that Olivia does, I think, a little better than Laney is out of system setting. So Olivia had to step in there, set Harper Murray. She leaves her 3 feet off, 3 feet in. It's a perfect set, and Harper can go up and really terminate with that ball.
There's that rip serve by Virginia Adriano, but a perfect pass, quick attack. And that's Leah Ford's, one of her first swings, out of bounds. 6-1 Nebraska.
What do you call it? Not a rip serve. You call it something else.
What do you call it? What should I call that?
Snap serves. The snap serve.
Snap serve. Right. Boy, I wish she did that more often. Let's see if she can reel off another snap serve. Here we go. Snap by Virginia. Oh, and it's just a little low into the net. If she can just keep that in more often, that is lethal. Virginia rarely snaps it. It's only when they have big leads.
That's why you don't see her use it often, because high risk, high reward. She usually gets a good serve, and then it's a service error.
But a lot of fun to watch. Serve by Decker at the freshman libero. The slide, Andy Jackson, bang. Dug by the setter, forcing the libero to bump set right. Mullen swing, screen up by Andy Jackson. Rescue Olivia across the net. USC volleyball outside Weeche. Diving dig back there in the middle. That was T. Sigler, outside swing. Harper, block back cover with volleyball. And now a shoot set to Andy Jackson, over dig. Huskers scatter, set up the offense. The slide, Andy Jackson, kaboom! Woo, woo. What a rally. 7-2 Huskers.
That may have been one of the most impressive rallies I've seen so far this season from Nebraska. Just defense from everyone, covering, attacking, setting. Every skill was used in that rally, and everyone did it really well.
Even the USC coaches were applauding their own players. Boy, Olivia, what a cover. And it had to go over. It wasn't a cover. It was her third contact. She had to send it over. And she was tumbling behind the chair official and somehow got it between the antennae. Good pass, USC. Right side tip shot, Mullen. Punched in the air. Taylor Landfair gets it back off of one leg. Can only tip it. Now down 5 USC volleyball right side. Abigail Mullen off hands. Here come the Huskers. Bergen. Laney sets left side tight to the net. And Taylor still finds a way. 8-2. Taylor Landfair get the Midas touch. It's 7-1 Huskers here in the second.
Do you see what I mean, though, JB? I mean, she never gets a perfect set. And she just continues to add on kill after kill. And sometimes she has to tip. Sometimes it's only a roll shot. But she still finds a way for that ball to hit the floor.
Not 7-1. 8-2 Nebraska. Left side, London Weege off of hands and drops 8-3 Big Red. 8-3 in front of a near capacity crowd. It was sold out, they said, but some seats way up high available, so more than 10,000 presumably here. And here's the serve. Abigail Mullen into Kansas City. That's a tough serve. 40 aces this year. Good pass, Harper. Second contact kill, Bergen Riley. 2 hands at home. Nebraska, 9-3 here in Los Angeles.
Bergen decided to be aggressive today. She's in the front row. She goes up. She throws that ball down with 2 hands, and what's happening is USC is not respecting her when she's in the front row, so no one's going up with her to try and block her or stop her.
Serve to London Weege. Setter gets pulled off. Back to Weege left front. Block back. Great cover. Trubent. Now USC's Weege. Big swing. Blocked back by Rebecca Alec. Covered. Again USC. Tip shot. Weege. Punched in the air by Bergen. Huskers send it to the left side. Taylor Lanford cross court. Nice up by the libero. Outside London Weege. USC. Dog. Beauty by Laney. The slide. Rebecca Alec down the line. Deckard's dig. Travel sideways. It drops. This is vintage Husker volleyball. My goodness. 9. Now 10-3 Big Red.
Nebraska's just, the effort is there today. You heard Danny Busboom-Kelly talking about how they got outworked against UCLA. Well, they've responded, and they brought the effort today.
10-3 Huskers. Timeout USC. We're in the second. Huskers won the first handily, 25-12. This is Big Red Volleyball. 10-3 Nebraska. During that USC timeout, a lot of discouraged faces in the USC huddle. And during the conversation with the head coach, Brad Kessler, an assistant grabbed the setter, pulled her out, and talked to her. And I've never seen that. Usually it's after the conversation they talk to the setter. Left side swing by USC. Block back covered. Left side swing. London Weege. Blocked by Rebecca Alec and Bergen Riley. Nebraska, how many blocks thus far? That's their 4th. It's 11-3 Huskers. Dominant thus far in the second.
That one was on Weege, who we did not block in the entire first set. So finally, we're figuring out a way to stop her.
Service by Andy Jackson. Quick attack, Riley McGinnis, daughter of Willie McGinnis. 11-4 Huskers. London Weege, who wouldn't want to be named after a European capital, Paris, Rome. Set to the left, shot by Taylor Landfair, out of bounds. That's her second attack error. Back-to-back USC points, 11-5. 11-5 Huskers set 2. It was 25-13 Huskers in the first. Served by Weege. Diving pass, beauty by Harper. Set to the middle. Rebecca Alec fires it off the block and out. 12-5. That was a tough pass by Harper. She hit the deck and got it pretty close to where Bergen wanted it. Pushed Bergen over a little bit towards the antenna. 12-5 now. Here's Bergen to serve. Bergen Riley sails it to the back left. Falmuina is the constant target. Adana Falmuina now a tip shot from the left side. Dug by Bergen. Bumped over left Nebraska. Taylor Landfair blocked back. Diving cover Harper. Back set right side. Virginia Adriano off the block and down. All 5 other Huskers were clustered over to the left. Virginia's all alone on the right. That's where the set came. She took on 6 Trojans. They couldn't dig her. 13-5.
Virginia's made some nice adjustments. So has Bergen, just setting her higher off the net. Virginia's attacking down that line. Their connection looks stronger today.
Setter dump by Reese Messer. Nice up by Bergen. Rebecca sets Virginia. Adriano fires it wide. Wow, that's a big hit, though, but just wide. She got her money's worth. 13 sets.
How about Bergen Riley stepping in, seeing that setter attack, picking it up? I believe that's the first one we've been able to pick up today. USC
sends out Megan Verbeest. She was the second libero at times in that first set. She's wearing the black jersey right now. The slide, Nebraska timing off. Rebecca attacks Weege, the up. USC outside, and Falmuina finally gets a kill. Adanya Falmuina. 4 kills, 4 errors, hitting 0. 13-7 Nebraska, set 2. Again, Megan Verbeest, a rare senior on this team. They're going to have a lot of talent if they keep this group together. Set a Marymount High School. Now someone's in the net. Yeah, USC, as Taylor was going up to tip it, started tugging on the net, and that was Leah Ford out of Killer, Texas. Big, tall middle, 14-7 Nebraska. Leah Ford, her dad's former Houston Cougar basketball player, was a captain for him in 1996. She's a 6'4" sophomore, but when she leaped to block that time, she caught the net. Back right swing by Abigail Mullen. Cross court in. That back right attack from Mullen can be lethal. 14-8 Huskers.
You don't want her to get going. We need to shut that down. She likes to go cross court, so when she's attacking from the right, it's going to go to our right back corner, and T. Sigler was just didn't read that right.
Perfect pass, Olivia Wright. Virginia Adriano blocked. And it was Adanya Famuina, 14-8, and now 14-9.
Of course, I talked about how great the connection is between Bergen and Virginia and how much better Virginia looks today and how she really responded. And then she goes and makes a couple attacking errors and gets blocked.
Perfect pass by Olivia Wright. So Virginia Adriano, kaboom! Wow, 15-9.
There's that repeat rule. So it wasn't in the same rally. It was in two different rallies. But, Bergen just set Virginia on the play before Virginia hits straight into the block. Then Bergen goes right back to her. USC's not expecting her to get set again, and she's easily able to get a kill.
Bad pass. USC back row swing. London Weejay blocked. Andy Jackson, Harper Murray. The Big Red now with how many? 5 blocks at 16-9 in the second.
How about Andy Jackson and her blocking today? That's, I believe, 3 blocks for her now, but she's been very involved, and normally she has a tough time blocking.
Outside set, swing down the line by Abigail Mullen. The Huskers dig it up, flip it over. Doug now. Famuina fires back. Here come the Big Red. Long shoots at Andy Jackson. Kaboom! 17-9, faster than 5G.
It's happening faster than 5G, but it's also happening in transition, and that is the ideal time to run middle. Is when it's off of a dig, the other team's scrambling. Players are still trying to get back to their base positions to play defense, and Andy's already taken a swing.
Short serve by Olivia. Passes made. Attack in the middle. Leah Ford. Doug. Here come the Huskers. Outside roll shot. Harper. Block back covered. Bergen chooses. Outside. Harper. Low set. Still muscles it through a double block through the hands of Leah Ford. 18-9 Big Red.
How about that dig by Bergen Riley at the beginning of that rally? Just one arm sprawling out with her left arm, so her non-dominant hand, and keeping the Huskers alive in that rally.
Timeout USC, 18-9 Nebraska after dominating the first set, 25-13 on the Huskers Radio Network. Impressive thus far. Huskers hitting .464, lead 18-9 in the second after winning the first, 25-13. Today's broadcast of Husker Volleyball is sponsored in part by Duto Subaru. Located at 2750 Jamie Lane in Lincoln and online at dutosubaru.com. And Husker Nation travels so well with the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of Husker Athletics. With convenient flights and hassle-free service, it's LNK for the win. Visit LincolnAirport.com. Just announced direct flights from Lincoln to Las Vegas beginning in early 2026 en route to Ontario Airport here in LA. 18-9 Nebraska. Served by Olivia Mauk. Passed by the freshman libero to the freshman setter. Long outside set to the freshman pin hitter, and a kill for Abigail Mullen. It's 18-10.
If you're Nebraska, you let that hit go. It's a nice play, nice swing. Move on to the next play. And can Nebraska respond quickly here and not allow USC to go on a run?
Here's Gala Trubin. San Diego's banging the volleyball. Almost banged off her head as she was getting ready to serve it. Back set. Kaboom! Virginia Adriano. The passing has been like a Maserati in Montana. It's 19-10.
That may have been the hardest swing I've seen from Virginia Adriano. And here's why it works. She looks like she's going to attack down the line. At the last second, it's all in her arm swing, in her wrist. She takes that ball cross-body, cross-court.
That's a serve. Nope, not the snap serve. Float serve. Good pass. Right side. Mullen block back. Out. Point Abigail Mullen. Hey, Manayo Beche back in there, just as she was the case late set one, 19-11 Huskers.
Nebraska's trying to be sneaky here and just randomly sub her in here and there. maybe try to catch USC off guard.
Line drive serve into the bottom of the net by Taylor Deckard. 20-11, Nebraska. The crowd a little deflated if wearing gold and burgundy. Husker fans, very festive. Served by Harper. Pass made by Trubent. Outside, big swing. London Weejay bangs it through the block. For 5'11", she's awfully effective, 2012.
She's really effective. She started off red hot, had no errors. Now she's at 7 kills, 2 errors on 20 swings, hitting .250. But they'll go to her when they need a kill.
Officially listed as 5'10", actually, and back-to-back service errors by USC. That time the freshman Abigail Mullen. Remember, she got 40 aces this year, well more than any Husker. And Mullen without an ace here today. Here comes Maisie Bozinger. They love her. Maisie Bozinger is quite the social media phenom. And she'll float serve to the back middle. The senior Trubent the pass, set her jump. Messer, beautiful up by Maisie. Punch across by Becka. Alec, quick attack. And that's Riley McGinnis. Point USC. Maisie will check out. 21-13.
I think I'm most impressed by the effort from the Huskers today, JB. It's a complete turnaround if you compare it to that UCLA match. And I mean, they're going for everything. They're just making some really beautiful plays, and they're working hard out there.
21-13, another big lead, as was the case most of set one, winning 25-13. Serve Weejay, good pass, Laney, back row, tip shot, Harper to the donut, nice punch in the air by the setter. Messer outside, Famuina, good up. Harper, beauty, in system. Oh, the slide out of system, and then punched across by Rebecca. USC feeds outside, Famuina off the block, nice up by Laney. Set left from Bergen over to Taylor. Cross court, dig, second contact. Attack won't drop for Messer. Here come the Huskers back row. Harper Murray, kaboom! That will drop. Off the dig into the second row. That's a long carom. It's 22-13.
Harper Murray, 7 kills, no errors, 13 swings, hitting .538. A few of those, still 7 kills. A few of those have been out of the back row. So she's been effective front row, back row, set her wherever, she'll get you a kill.
Served by Bergen to the libero, over to the setter, outside Famuina, nice up Bergen. Huskers own it, up a 9. Fed left, tip shot by Tara Lanford, block back. Bergen a little late coming in there to cover. Where is the libero, Olivia, on that one? 22-14.
Sometimes I think when you're Nebraska and you have these potent attackers who get kills on almost every swing, sometimes I just think we forget to cover, JB. We don't expect it to be blocked.
You can't do everything now, and then you forget stuff like, oh, man, I was supposed to get mayonnaise earlier today. Outside set, tip shot by Taylor. That won't fall. Here comes USC. Set in the middle. Nobody home. It was over the outstretched hands belonging to Leah Ford. I'm wondering where Mia Taverdi is. She's a bright light middle from Papillion La Vista. And no sign of hers thus far today. 23-14 Huskers. She's healthy in warm-up. She was firing away. They do a full scrimmage basically in the 5 minutes before the game starts. So she was in there playing well. Sad left. Famuina bangs it off the block and out. Sophomore. 6 feet. 1 inch tall from nearby Long Beach. And it's 23-14.
Trojans hitting 139 in this set, 132 for the match. Huskers 367 in this set for the match, 435.
Messer serves into the net. Service errors, 5 for USC, 0 aces. Huskers, 3 service errors, 1 ace. Remember, USC came in with 130 more service errors this year than Nebraska. 130. They played 10 more sets, but that's a lot. 24-15, served by Olivia. Famuina guides it to her setter. Middle back, shot by Lennon Weejay. Great up by Olivia. Across the net, though, two-handed down by Abigail Mullen, 24-15. Huskers trying to take a commanding 2-love lead here in Los Angeles. USC, a little bit south of downtown LA, well east and south of Westwood, where UCLA is. Good pass by T. Sigler. Quick attack. Manayo Beche. That's set point. Big Red set 2. 24-16 after 25-16 after 25-13. Nebraska set number 1. Come on back. The Big Red tries to sweep the host Trojans. That was your Hy-Vee set point, brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of Nebraska Volleyball. Hy-Vee with a helpful smile in every aisle. Set 3 shortly. You're listening to the Huskers Radio Network. Camden, thank you, sir. Pride of Lincoln East. Lauren, what do you say? 25-13, 25-16. Huskers hitting 444. I think you were right when you said on Friday night that near loss of set 2 and that loss by 6 points in set 3 might have awakened the Huskers a little bit.
I think it definitely did. And we can't just look at the hitting percentage. Here's what also stands out to me, JB, is our side-out percentage. It struggled Friday night against the Bruins. Well, today, it's not struggling. 83%. We are siding out at 83%. And that shows you or tells you Nebraska's passing really well. And Bergen's moving that ball around. It's a balanced attack. And our hitters are being crafty and creative with their swings, finding ways to get kills.
And side-out percentage, a big number right now. But against UCLA, the first 3 sets was 55%, 56%, and 44%. Again, as Lauren just told you, it's 83% through 2 sets here in this one. Currency brings you this one. Currency makes financing quick, easy, and secure for heavy machinery, farm equipment, and trucks, trailers, and more. Currency. Terea Sigler to begin things here in the 3rd, trying to sweep USC. Pass made by London Weejay. Gets it back, roll shots it off the block, punch in the air beautifully by Rebecca Alec. Back row swing, Virginia Adriano. Here come the Trojans. Right attack, Mullen in. Maybe we see a challenge. Nope. As assistant coach Jalen Reyes says that was in. 1-0 USC.
We didn't have a great block up on that swing because Harper Murray it was a scramble play at the beginning of that rally, just trying to get that ball over. Harper got cut up on the ground and then was trying to get up, ran into the middle and was trying to get to the outside to set up her block, and it was not even up when that ball was being attacked. So just a tough play for the Huskers, and move on to the next one.
1-0 in the 3rd. USC, it's the second time they've led the entire match. They led 4-3 in the first, and now 1-0 in the 3rd. That's it. Served by Riley McGinnis. Good pass, T. Sigler. A quick attack. Rebecca Alec. Kaboom! They can't stop her this year. Rebecca Alec in this match. That's kill number 6. No errors. We're tied at 1.
Rebecca's been moving all over the place. She's been on that slide attack right there. She's on that quick A attack in the middle. And Bergen actually moves forward and just sets Rebecca behind her head.
Middle swing by Mia Taverdi. Papillion La Vista Monarch. Dug by Olivia. It hits the scoreboard. Stays on Nebraska's side. So that's okay. Free ball over. But Taverdi, another big swing for USC. Block back covered. Left side attack. Cross court. London Weejay. Nice up T. Sigler. Here come the Huskers. Virginia Adriano in. Great tagging. T. Sigler. 2-1 Huskers.
I think they need to move up this scoreboard because the ball has hit the scoreboard at least a handful of times in just today's match.
Yeah, it's too low. Right above center court. It's not going to impede basketball, but it can volleyball. Stays on your side. It's still live. Karam's off the scoreboard and goes across. That's their point. But right side swing. Abigail Mullen. Big blast. Great up by Virginia. Bump set to nobody. Free ball across Harper. Here come the Trojans. Bump it over to the left. That's going to be London Weejay. Block back covered. Again, the black-clad Trojans tip a shot. Mia Taverdi. Papillion La Vista Monarch. Great up by Bergen. Right side swing, Virginia. Overtake. Here come the Huskers. Bergen sends it to the middle. Danny Jackson hangs and hangs. Kaboom! 3-1 Nebraska, set 3.
Andy Jackson's athleticism is on display right there. She was literally flying in the air. Just, I don't know how she hangs up that high for that long, but she was hanging. The timing was off, and she can still get a great swing even when the timing's off.
Olivia serves Weejay. Good pass. Long shoot set. Mia Taverdi tips out of bounds. Nebraska 4 and USC 1. Huskers trying to sweep the Trojans.
I thought we might see a different USC team come out in this 3rd set. Maybe they talked about things between sets 2 and 3 would make some adjustments, but they still look pretty flat.
Set left shot by Weejay. Block back. Great cover by Decker, the freshman libero. Left side swing, Weejay. Here come the Huskers. Back set. Right side, Virginia Adriano. Kaboom! Just launching lasers. all over the Husker court. No answers by the Trojan defense. 5-1 Big Red.
Virginia's on a mission today. That's her 7th kill. 7 kills, 2 errors, 13 swings, hitting .385. That's the kind of stats that we need to see from our right side.
Back set, USC. Mullins is their right side. Swings, block, back cover. Now a set goes over the net. Virginia Adrano. Kaboom! An over set. That's a front row attacker's best friend at 6-1 Big Red. Timeout Trojans. Wow. Husker freight train back on the tracks. Sunday matinee, all scarlet and cream. 6-1 in the third. This is Big Red Volleyball. Husker fans started a Husker Power chant there. Well, trying to be louder than the very loud music during these breaks. This one's brought to you by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and services to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Served by Olivia, bad pass, back row roll shot. Here come the Huskers. Bergen, the first contact, so Olivia has to bump set right. Virginia, another big slug, but not down. Bumped over to the left of the Trojans. Lendon, Weejay, cross-court. Great up by Olivia. Crosses the net, shot back, blocked. Harper Murray. Wow, a little stare down afterwards. It's 7-1 Nebraska.
A big stare down. Normally you don't see that side of Harper Murray, but JB, I'm surprised the officials didn't say anything to her. That was definitely a stare down through the net.
Little Harper attitude. It happens. Bumped over to the right. Mullins swings, cross-court, in. Beautiful shot inside the double block. Came from the 10-foot line. 7-2, Big Red in the third. Here's Mullen. Sails it to the back middle. T. Sigler guides it to Bergen. Set to the middle. Harper. Kaboom! My goodness. You don't see that kind of velocity at any level of volleyball very often. 8-2. Wow. If they get good hands on it, it's going to come right back at you hard. I learned that hitting tennis balls against a wall. She has a shoulder. Harper Murray. Here's Virginia Adriano. Will she use the snap serve? Dribbles, serves, jump float, outside set. Big shot from London Weejay. Nice up, Virginia. Bergen for Nebraska. Feeds left. Harper tipping. No. Down 6. USC volleyball outside. Weejay slams in. Wow, that's a sharp cut shot with velocity. 8-3.
That's a really sharp cut shot, and it's inside the 10-foot line. Olivia Maux playing left back defense. She's, deeper than the 10-foot line, back up against the sideline. So it's tough for her to move forward and get around that. And then our block is just taking away that cross-court shot, trying to funnel it to Olivia or someone else. And so they're not really taking away that sharp angle.
Set by Laney, and Harper threw a triple block. Out of system, 6 hands in front of her, 9-3 Nebraska.
Harper can do no wrong today. I mean, let's see, 9 kills. She leads the team in kills. No errors, 16 swings, hitting .582.
Now she serves to Falmuina. Okay pass, shot in the middle. Mia Taverdi. Why doesn't she play more? 6-1, sophomore transfer from Oregon. Former Monarch from Papaya La Vista. Mia Taverdi, 9-4, Big Red.
Here's the deal. USC is very predictable when the pass is perfect. So the pass is perfect. They set their middles. And we did an okay job. Andy and Taylor were both trying to reach for that middle attack, but we need to know USC's tendencies, make those moves earlier.
Serve it, Harper, not a great pass. Pulls Bergen off, gets it back. Harper rolls, shots it from 20 feet. Doug. And now back row attack for USC. That was Weejay, block back cover. Now middle swing by McGinnis. Nice up by Harper, travels across. Again, USC in those black tops. Outside Weejay, off the block and out. No, that was Falmuina. Either way, point Trojans. 9-5. Nebraska set 3 up, 2 sets left. Weejay's in the back row, setters in the front row. So Weejay with good chance of attacking from back there. There comes a slide. Andy Jackson, nice up by London Weejay. Set to the middle and a kill for Riley McGinnis. First time in the match, 3 straight USC points, 9-6.
There's an adjustment that USC has made. They're running the middle now in transition. So we saw them relying pretty heavily on their left pins in transition. Now they're running the middle, and we don't even have a blocker up on that attack.
Serve goes to Laney. Not a good pass. Pulls Bergen off. Bump set to the 10-foot line. Free ball across by Taylor. Could be 4 in a row for the Trojans. Bumped over the left. Shot by Faumuina. Diving dig by Laney. Bump set left. Taylor needs it. Roll shots it. Not down. But the second contact, tough for the setter to get there. Free ball across. Here come the Huskers. Middle backswing by Harper. Kill. Kaboom. 10-6. Harper Murray in the Big Red.
That rally did not start off great. USC's targeting Laney Choboy with the serve, knowing that she's back there trying to take advantage of her. But Harper is able to finish it with that attack out of the back row. And that back row attack it's consistent today, and Harper's doing it really well.
Outside at USC, Faumuina block back. Great cover by Libero. And right away, then Rhonda McGinnis takes that carom and fires it to a surprise Husker defense. 10-7 Huskers in the third.
USC's slowly getting back into this third set. It didn't start off too hot for them, but they're making some adjustments and fighting back here.
Setter serves, nice pass. Okay pass by Harper. Taylor roll shots it. Now USC outside, tipping Faumuina, diving, take Olivia. Nebraska bumps to the back row. Harper lines up, fires, block back, covers it, travels backwards, chased down by Olivia. Now Taylor Land for Nebraska, pushes it over. Down 3 USC volleyball, tip shot in the middle. McGinnis block back, Rebecca Alec covered. Outside set, shot cross court, in. No, they called out. Faumuina fires cross court, called out. USC bench says that was out. We might see a challenge. Yep, she's going to challenge. I think that makes sense. They have 2 left. We've had no challenges the entire match. Brad Keller says, I'm going to challenge it. Because it's such a huge momentum swing. If that one can get reversed, USC had been down 9-3, it would make it 10-8. But for the moment, 11-7, that ball from Faumuina called out. Adanya Faumuina out of Long Beach, just a sophomore. Homemade chili and cinnamon rolls are back at Runza. Savory and sweet together again. Add a drink to make it a meal. Runza makes it all better. And set yourself up to attack student loan debt by investing with Nest 529 Education Savings. Nebraska's college savings plan makes saving for education simple and affordable while providing tax benefits. Enroll at nest529.com to make college more affordable. NEST529.com. Okay, Lauren, what do you think?
I don't know why you asked me, JB, but I thought it was in. Did I get it right? Well, got it right.
It's a reversal. The coaches looked over at the bench. The bench said that was out. Coaches said, you know what, we got 2 green cards. And instead of 11-7, it's 10-8, and that is reversed. We have a very poor angle, or it landed right in front of us, but we can't see. We can see end line shots, but not sideline shots. And the trajectory made it look like it could be in. And it is served by Reese Messer, the great freshman setter. Outside set, Taylor Landfair. Kaboom! Pass set kill, 11-8, Big Red.
And that's the kind of response that you want to see. Nebraska, just loses the challenge. Call gets reversed, and they have to go back, pass set kill, quick side out. USC doesn't gain any momentum.
Laney was the target on that one. Good pass. And then Bergen Riley serves into the bottom of the net, 11-9. Huskers, 79% side out percentage. That's a big number. That's high.
It's 4 service errors now for Nebraska. USC's at 5. Nebraska has an ace. USC does not have an ace.
USC 4 service errors, set 2. They lost badly. None thus far in the third. Pass by Rebecca. Outside set Landfair tipping this one, and it drops. She can do no wrong today. Taylor Landfair, 10 kills, 3 errors. And it's now 12-9 Big Red in the third.
That's a smart tip by Taylor. She just goes right over the block instead of to the donut. And even if USC would have been able to get that tip up, it's their setter who's picking that up, and then they're automatically out of system. So a really well-placed tip shot by Taylor Landfair.
13 to go. It's 12-9 Huskers in the third. Big Red hitting 4-5-2 for the match, holding USC to just 1-7-2. USC, that's about 80 points below their season average. T. Sigler sends it to the back middle. Deckert guides it, the freshman libero, to her freshman setter, to her freshman opposite. And a big swing cross court just out of bounds off the right arm of Abigail Mullen. 13-9 Nebraska. Abigail Mullen, Reese Messer, the opposite in the setter, were high school club teammates of our own Skylar Pierce in the Kansas City area. Pass to Messer, quick attack from McGinnis, block back covered again outside set USC. Swing by London Weejay, great up by Olivia. She guards that back left. And then Harper Murray gets blocked. She was tumbling towards the antenna, gets stuffed. 13-10, Nebraska set 3, trying to sweep.
I think Harper was trying to go off the block and out of bounds to turn that ball, or she was trying to recycle the ball and attack off the block and get a teammate to pick it up and cover it. But it was a little deep for anyone to step in and cover that.
Boy, Harper had so many fans at that UCLA match trying to get her autograph. Quick attack, Rebecca Alec bangs it to her left. Just in. Rebecca Alec, an offensive machine in this one. 6 kills, no errors, 14-10.
Between our two middles, they've yet to make an error. Just so impressive, JB. Because it's happening so quick, I mean, you'd think that would induce some errors.
Outside, London Weejay stuffed. Virginia Adriano. Huskers, more blocks than a preschool. Nebraska's up 15-10.
That's a big block between Virginia Adriano, Andy Jackson, but Virginia does a good job setting up. Andy does a nice job closing to her, and again, they put up a big block.
Back set USC, big swing by Mullen, diving dig Virginia. Huskers bump it over to the back row, free ball across. Down 5, USC ball in the third. Quick attack in the middle. Mia Taverdi, nice up Bergen. Huskers left front, roll shot, Harper, no. Now the black-clad Trojans jump set left. Weejay cross court, block touch, point. Trojans, 15-11. Having fun in Los Angeles. Huskers won the first 2 handily. Jam-packed Galen Center, 19 years young. Opened it in 2006. Passed by Harper, back set. Virginia Adriano down the line and in. Virginia Adriano, 9 kills, 2 errors. Hitting higher than 400, 16-11. Big Red, 9 to go.
That's a tough shot to hit because it's down the line, but it's right on that in line. So she just barely gets it in. No one's home to play defense, and it's all wrist away on that right pin for her.
She floats it across with the serve. Good pass. Weejay gets it back. London Weejay, block back covered. The setter covered it. That's Messer. So the libero has to step in there, bumps it left. Weejay swings back. And dig goes backwards, and then a free ball over by Virginia Adriano. Great rescue, Huskers. Back set, the slide, Mia Taverdi off the block and out. Point Trojans, 16-12. Great rescue. But the ensuing rally, Trojans terminate 16-12 Nebraska.
There's been a few plays like that for the Huskers where, someone's scrambling, running ways to get that up, or running into the scoreboard or score table. I mean, just all over the place. So the effort's definitely there today.
Great pass by Harper. The slide, tip shot, Andy the digger. Set left, USC, Weejay kill off the block and out. 16-13. Don't pour the after lunch sherry quite yet. Huskers lead just 3. Serve Weejay. Olivia, perfect pass. Quick attack. Andy Jackson to her right, out. Husker lead just 2.
That's Andy's first error today. 5 kills,
first
1 error.
For the weekend,
for the weekend. Yeah, that's right. She didn't have any on against UCLA.
Serve to Olivia, guides it to Bergen. Middle back, T. Sigler. Doug. Middle swing, Taverdi, blocked back by Jackson. It drops. Huge Husker block. There's 7. 17-14 Nebraska. That was big.
How about Andy Jackson leading the team in blocks? She's at 5 blocks today. Normally, she gets blocks, but normally if you're looking at middles who are blocking, it's Rebecca Alec who leads the team in blocks. But today it's Andy Jackson.
Served by Harper to the back middle. Okay pass. Outside set. Weejay's on a mission. That's Faumuina, It looked like off the block and out. And that's what the line officials said, but the chair official overruled and said, no block touch. I thought there was a touch. And USC's got 2 green cards, and they're not using one. 18-14 Nebraska. Unreal. Can't take them with you. Bump set over the net by USC. Joust. Bergen off of Faumuina. Point Nebraska. And they're saying, no. Point USC. Now we're going to see a challenge. I was blocked by Husker assistant coach Jalen Reyes, who does not like to sit down. Okay, no argument. 18-15. But both coaches keeping both challenges available. Here comes the serve to the back left. Olivia guides it to Bergen. The slide, Andy Jackson. Kaboom! That's geometry. 19-15 Big Red. 6 to go.
That's a slide down the line. So USC, they're giving about a foot of line when Andy Jackson runs behind Bergen. So she sees that. She takes that ball down the line. They're taking away her cross-court shot on that slide attack.
Served by Andy, the back middle. Weejay backpedaling, good pass. Gets it back middle, back swings. Weejay. Andy Jackson takes it off the shoulder over the net. I think she's okay. Left side swing by Falmina. Great up by Harper. And Andy is okay. She bumps it over to the left. Taylor, free ball over, keeping an eye on Andy. Middle back shot by Weejay. Andy lunges to her right. Point. USC, the bigger issue is Andy Jackson all right? She took a ferocious cannon shot, and she waves the chair for, says, I'm okay, checks out. Wow. It's treacherous out there trying to play defense in 2025. She's okay, but just startled. It just rocketed off her right shoulder. Served Elaney, okay pass. The slide, Rebecca Alec bangs it off the block and out. 20-16 Nebraska.
And Rebecca sees that line attack as well. They're giving the line to Andy Jackson on the slide. Now Rebecca, she's running a slide. She gets about a foot of line. And so both middles are seeing the block really well and attacking down the line where it's open.
Bergen sails it to the back right. Falmina, bad pass. Middle back, Weejay. My goodness, get her an ice pack. Diving dig by Olivia back row. Harper, just long. Any block touch? Might be a challenge. Huskers have 2, yeah. Danny Busman gets up and says, I challenge. 20-17. So, hey, we're going to get a challenge in this match. For the moment, 2017 Nebraska. Stay healthy and active with natural chiropractic care. Did you know that chiropractic is safe and effective for all ages? It is a proven tool to treat pain, improve mobility, and prevent injury. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Stay active with chiropractic. And this one is brought to you by Woodhouse, a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. For the moment, 2017, if this gets reversed, 21-16 Nebraska. And Husker volleyball fans, when's the last time you asked yourself, hey, does gambling disagree with me? Well, get free help and real hope through the Nebraska Gamblers Assistance Program at gamblingdisagreeswithyou.com. That's gamblingdisagreeswithyou.com. All right, Lauren, what do you think?
I'm seeing a little bit of finger movement, so I'm wondering if there's a touch, but it could also be just, the blocker's hand movement as they're trying to press over the net. The timing, their hands are moving over the net, so it could just be that and maybe not the ball touching fingertips, but it looks like there's a little bit of a touch to me. I don't know if it'll be enough to overturn the call, but we'll see.
Could be a micro touch. You're looking for those micro touches. The pixels will tell the story. And today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Currency. Currency makes financing quick, easy, and secure for heavy machinery, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Let me tell you, they have not saved any money at UCLA or USC when investing in the sound systems. No touch. Huskers down to 1 green card. If we go 5, they'll get it back. Danny Busman says, that's okay. We'll be all right. 20-17. Good time to use it. Husker lead just 3, 5 to go for a sweep here on the road. Served by Trubent, a rare senior who plays. Back row specialist, pass by Harper. The tip shot, Rebecca Alec. A teardropper. They expected the express. They totally missed the local. This is 21-17.
Huskers sitting 355 in this set for the match, 421. Trojans 149 in this set for the match, 154.
Trojan fans subdued. This match very much on the balance. 21-17. Serve comes from T. Sigler. Good pass. Back set, right side. Mullen tipping. Punch in the air by Harper. Bergen bumps it to the back right, and Virginia Adriano gets blocked. 21-18 Nebraska. 8 Husker blocks, now 5 for USC. Nebraska's attack percentage dropping to .406. Pass by Olivia Beauty. Middle swing, Virginia Adriano. Kaboom, off the block and out. That's that play on rotation 1 that works a lot. 22-18 Huskers.
So it's rotation 1. Virginia starts out on that left pin and then moves and attacks in the middle of the court. You have Rebecca Alec running the slide, and then that leaves Harper Murray on that left pin.
Good pass, USC right side, Mullen down the line. And now the dig saved by T. Sigler and a free ball over. Here comes USC, right side swing. Mullen off the block and out. Point USC, and it's 22-19.
Harper was right there. It was a great block setup. Her hands were just turned out of bounds. That ball went off her hands, landed out of bounds. And she just turns those hands in. It's a small adjustment. It's tough to do, but she probably gets the stuff there instead.
Serve goes to Olivia. Okay, pass, quick attack. Andy Jackson. How tough a set is that? How tough is the geometry on that by Bergen? 23-19, 2 to go.
Well, it helps that Andy moved out a little wider. She went into that gap set, or audibled into that gap set, so there's a little more distance, but Bergen's able to really fire it to her, and you're right, she was pulled off about past the 10-foot line, but I think because Andy flattened out or widened out, it gave them just a chance for a better connection, and I like that Bergen's taking risks and running that middle attack even on a non-perfect pass.
Timeout, USC 23-19 Nebraska. Nobody has left as USC still hanging around here late in the third. This is the closest of the 3 sets. 2-0 Big Red for the moment. Acres is the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and services to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. And Emeritus is a longtime sponsor of the Huskers. Emeritus is now invested in all 13 women's athletic programs. Husker Women's Athletics now powered by Emeritus. Allie Batenhorst shown on the screen. Husker and USC fans cheering her on. She's a beach volleyball star now. That received a big cheer. Big Red with 2 to go over USC. A 9-match win streak for the Trojans at risk. Tied for the longest win streak in the Brad Keller era. He's in his 3rd year, 105-62. He's won 63% of his matches. Last 2 years, they got to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Starting 3 freshmen this year, a youth movement. Virginia, will she use the snap serve? Yes, she does. Twinkles the twine. Good pass by Deckert, the freshman libero from Southern California. Left side swing. Weejay, nice up by T. Sigler. Huskers outside. Harper roll shot, block back covered. Again, the Big Red in those red tops. Harper, big swing. Sails that into the second row. No touch. She got her money's worth on that one. Searching for fingers, missed from 23-19. 23-20.
It's the right idea. She's trying to go off those blockers' hands. She has a big block in front of her. She's trying to go high hands, off the block and out of bounds. But sometimes you just miss a little too high, a little too long.
Got to be ready in the first row when Harper's playing. Roll shot, T. Sigler. Fooled everybody with a back set. With Sigler back there, then she roll shot and they couldn't get it. 24-20, match point chance number 1.
Really smart play by T. Sigler. She sees that that's available and just takes some heat off that attack for an easy kill.
Husker fans on their feet. Harper Murray sails it to the back middle. Bad passer out of system. Bump set left, roll shot across. Here come the Huskers on match point. The side, Andy Jackson. Kaboom! We're done in L.A. 25-20, the verdict in the third. Andy Jackson and the Huskers huddle. Victorious yet again, 26-0 with 2 weeks and 4 matches to go. They'll shake hands here at the Galen Center. That was your Hy-Vee match point, brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of Nebraska volleyball. Hy-Vee was a helpful smile in every aisle. The post-match show and the head coach shortly. You're listening to the Huskers Radio Network.
I'm here with Rebecca Alec. Rebecca, insane win. Congratulations. You had 9 kills on 13 attempts. What allowed you to play your game so efficiently?
Honestly, what I do Monday through Friday. I feel like I'm really big on leading by example. And it's like I can tell everybody, go out there and take big swings, but if I'm not doing it every single day, like what makes you think I could do it in a game? So my biggest thing is just like working really hard in practice, and it'll naturally come in games.
So in practice, you coming in this game, there's crazy stat storylines. You know, you're obviously undefeated. USC was on a 9-game win streak. You had the 48 straight set wins. How do you block all those numbers out in practice and when you come to play?
At the end of the day, we're trying to be 1-0, and that's on December 21st. So all these stats in between, you know, it's cool. I'm really proud of my girls for making all these cool awards and stuff. But we're after one thing, and that's December 21st, and to be 1-0 on that day. So, you know, yeah, the stat streak was really fun, but like we weren't playing out of our minds to have a streak.
Now you come to a on-the-road game, and all of these Nebraska fans, crazy attendance, 9,000 fans here in Galen Center. What does it mean when you're looking out, you know, during a timeout or after the game, and you see all those people supporting you on the road?
It means everything. Husker Nation is a big old happy family. A lot of them were actually in our hotel, and you know, they're telling you, I'm praying for you, we love you, my daughter looks up to you. All these amazing things that remind you why you play for Nebraska. And it's bigger than high-level volleyball. It's a big family, and you're representing a whole state, so it's really cool. It's very special.
What do you think this game means beyond this match, beyond, you know, for the sport in general, for, like you said, those young girls watching?
Sorry, I didn't hear you because of music. What'd you say?
I know it's loud. What does it mean beyond this match for all of those people watching? Like you said, it's bigger than this single game.
It's just putting on for your hometown. I mean, like you said, we kind of turn every arena into a home match, and so you just want to make them proud. And yeah, at the end of the day, we just like playing high-level volleyball.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.